Hey everybody, I hope you're doing really well tonight. We'll go ahead and get started. If you could just take a moment to sit well, find your sit bones, manually inwardly rotate the thighs, and just stack the spine like a string of pearls, create some space between the vertebra. Expand into your back body, breathe into the space where your kidneys are housed. Take some time and actually cultivate length in your neck. Imagine that there's a string at the crown of your head, just gently pulling energy up. Create some space between the top teeth and the bottom teeth. And if you'd like, bring the hands to the tops of the legs with the palms up, touching the index finger and the thumb. Jnana Mudra, the seal of knowledge. And tap deeply into the pulse that you feel, the electric current that is your blood pushing through your veins. I find it interesting that this is called the seal of wisdom, knowledge. And what's housed inside our pulse? What information is housed inside the beat of our heart, inside our blood? As we quiet the mind, we can start to hear the story that our pulse is speaking, the story that our heart is speaking, our heart's truest desire. And our heart's desire, our unique path in this life is different than anybody else's, and it can take some time to find. And what works for others may or may not work for you. And begin to cultivate this relationship with your heart, with this deep inner knowing of what it is that actually does work for you. Sometimes it can be the subtlest little flicker of something like anxiety or worry in the pit of the stomach, telling us, not that way. Even if everyone else in the world is going that way. Honor what your unique pulse tells you, where it tells you to go. Tapping into this creative intelligence, this information housed in your blood, in the energetic frequency, the vibration that is uniquely you. We'll start to develop a trust in our path, a surrender to our path, letting go of what we thought we wanted, what we thought we needed, and trusting that when we let go, our unique path will be revealed to us. And we just trust the good feeling states that carry us deeper into our authentic heart. Breathe deeply into the space of your authentic heart. And whatever is very real for you in this moment, your experience, it matters, it's valid, it's yours. Gently bring the hands together into Anjali Mudra, sealing our intention to be true to ourselves, our intention to trust our path. Trust the path that is revealed. Let's inhale and sweep the arms up overhead. Just enjoying the process of breathing in. Maybe you want to move the shoulders a little bit. And exhale, floating down and through. Moving in a way that feels organic to you. That's another aspect of trusting your process. What works for me might not work for you, but we kind of keep the same shape. Okay, one more time. Let's go ahead and I want to lift the palms up now and bring the gaze up. Retract the scapula down the spine. Exhale, flip the palms and create your experience by pressing through the air as if it's thick as honey. We'll do that one more time. Flip the palms up. Any movement in the joints, anything you want to do, maybe look up, protect the neck, skull back, chin up. Exhale, pressing through. And release, relax. Just give a little swivel to the neck, create some space. Any kind of organic movement that you want to find, anything at all, before we're going to go ahead and come onto our backs actually. So, as we lie down, take a moment and feel your pelvis resting on the surface, the shoulder cradle resting on the mat. Swivel the head again and just enjoy the knobs of your skull, your unique skull. Melting any tension. Connect to the parts of your body that rest into the earth. And connect into the parts of your body, again, that don't. So we can feel the beautiful natural curves of the spine. There's a slight lift in the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine meets the earth, and then we've got another lift, right? The cervical spine is away from the earth. We'll bring the palms face down to the place where the legs and the pelvis meet. So there's a little crease there. Tone those muscles. Feel those muscles press down into the sacrum, the bone pressing onto the floor. And then go ahead and just lift the right leg up and feel what you feel. If there's any tension happening in the lumbar spine at all, go ahead and bring the foot down and you'll create a little fulcrum, bringing the index fingers and the thumbs together, palms down, and they'll come down to the sacrum. And we can bring the right leg up again, left leg up again to meet it. Again, honoring where you are. And we're just going to do some gentle toe taps. So we're engaging through the abdominal wall. We're keeping the degrees in the hips and the knees, especially the knees, about the same. You can think of one of these horses prancing. This takes a lot of abdominal strength. If the low back is pinching at all, please, please create that fulcrum. Trust your process, trust where you are, that it's good enough for 3, upper body soft, for 2, and a little smile, for 1. Let it go. Go ahead and sit. Extend out your legs. Feels really yummy. Just get a nice little stretch. Wiggle around a little bit. Melting any tension that we may have just picked up. Okay. Receiving a breath in. Once again, let's go ahead with the fulcrum or not. We're going to lift the right leg, extend all the way up to the ceiling, then the left. Let's flex through the toes, make little circles in the ankle, enjoy the process. Reach out through all 10 toes. Imagine you could swing your pinky toe to the outside of your ankles. Receive a full breath in. Exhale, let's go ahead and just lower the right leg, maybe halfway, maybe all the way down. Always make sure that the low back feels good here. Left leg. On the breath out, we'll draw it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg down. Exhale, forward. Keep the arms soft. Receive a breath in. Exhale, both legs down, halfway. You can play around with dorsiflexion and extension through the feet. About 1 inch hovering off of the earth. Feel the retraction of the crown of the head, reaching up. Big full breath in as the tailbone scoops and you reach the energy down through the center of the heels. And let it go. Shake out the head. Receive a big breath in. Tone through the low belly muscles. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest. And we'll come up into a tiny little ball. We'll just take some time, look left, look right, ensure that the tension, any tension in the neck just starts to melt. We're going to interlace our fingers behind the skull. Now actively depress and press your skull into the palms. The elbows are wide, the thumbs cradle the skull. We'll go ahead, lengthen through the legs. Now here as well, there's a little lift in the lumbar spine. Okay, so we do that by finding a posterior tilt in the pelvis. Receive a breath in. Now, if you'd rather create the fulcrum, do so. Inhale, exhale, right leg down, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, left leg down, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, exhale through center. So we're going to pick up the pace a little bit and just kind of scissor through. Having such a good time. If you'd like, look down at your belly and see that the belly button, you're continuing to press it down in towards the floor. Keeping your posterior tilt for 5, 4, lifting as high up off of the shoulder blades as you'd like, maybe extending through the arms. We're burning. 3. That's a long 5 count. 2. And 1. Big full breath in. Let's reach up for the toes. Let's touch them maybe. And let it go. I invite you to resist the urge to lengthen out the legs. Resist the urge to lengthen out the arms. Because we've just been contracting these muscles, so we want to give them some time to marinate in that strength. Hope you're all doing well. All right, big breath in, tone through the low bellies. We'll hug the knees into the chest. Once more, rolling up high as possible, as is comfy for us, off of the shoulders. Interlace the fingers, draw the knees now directly on top of the hips. We're going to keep this space important. Knee on top of hip. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and extend the left leg, draw the left elbow toward the right knee, but keep it right on top of the hip. You're going to feel it. Inhale. Lord, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in through center. Breathing out. Maybe you find extension. I'm going to talk you through it. As you keep moving, we're going to do 3 more times each side. Extension and cross. Extension and cross. 2 more times. Cross on the exhale. Come back through center on the inhale. Cross on the exhale. Back through center. This is the last time. Through center. Exhale. Back through center. Nice work, everybody. Look down at the belly. Press the spine down, the belly down into the spine. Press your skull into the palms. And release on the exhale, let it go. This time I will invite you to go ahead and extend the legs long. And just kind of wiggle anything out. Okay. We'll take a breath in. Just get long in the arms. Look left to right. Receive your breath and exhale. Tiny little ball. Release, retract the shoulder blades down the spine. And we're going to start to find a little bit of a rock. So this time we will allow the lumbar spine to come in towards the earth. So we're really rounding through here. On the next breath out, go ahead and land in Navasana, boat pose. So you can play around with a little bit if you want to shift and really ensure that you're finding the sit bones onto the earth. Go ahead and bring the heels down. Let's all go ahead and do that. So we'll bring the heels down, hold on to the backs of the thighs, retract the shoulder heads back, create length in the neck, lean back, and same idea. We'll lift the left leg up and then the right. We find this centered point, this balanced place for us. Maybe that means we stay right here. If this is uncomfortable, we can bring the palms behind us. It's a little more challenging to do this, okay? So step 1, each step is equally valid. Step 2, step 3, we extend the legs. Step 4, we extend the arms. And if we roll back onto the sacrum, we do. We can always reconnect and find where we are. Find our root, find our unique expression in this shape. Receive a breath in, exhale, pull through, extend through the toes, maybe lower down, look down, inhale, exhale, draw it back up into full boat. Navasana, lengthen through the heart. Inhale, exhale once more, look down, Find connection here. Neck is soft and easy. Exhale. Coming back through to Navasana. If you shake, that's where the magic happens. Receive a breath. Last one here. Lowering only as far as is comfortable for you. Exhale. Draw it in. Open your heart. Receive your breath. What serves you in this moment in time. One more breath here. And exhale. Cross the ankles. And breathe. Sukhasana, easy seat. Maybe bring an opposite leg in front from when we began class. Palms can come again onto the tops of the thighs. Maybe Nana Mudra once again. Breathe. Now you can really feel the fire of your pulse. You can really feel that energetic current. Tap into your truth. One more breath here. So breathing in, let's go ahead and we'll come onto hands and knees, all fours. Already, we've got the center of the wrist out to the outer shoulder head, so you can see that width is happening. We're gripping and clawing into the floor. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Go ahead and flex out through the feet. Draw the inner heels together. And on the exhale, we'll lift the knees. Receive your breath. Exhale, shift the hips up and back. And we'll come into a little variation on down dog. Walking in place. Keeping tone in the low belly. Coming back through down dog on an inhale. Let's go ahead and float the left leg high. Little circles in your left ankle. Receive your breath. Exhale, stack the right hip on left hip on top of the right. Bend into that left knee. Continue to resist your left shoulder down towards the earth. Receive your breath. Exhale, square the hips. Let's float it down. Inhale, right leg up. Receive your breath. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Bend into that right knee. Continue to press your right shoulder down into the mat. Resist it forward. Ease in the neck. Inhale. Exhale, squaring the right hip down. Release the leg. Lifting up high on the tippy toes, we're going to continue to keep our arms as straight and strong for as long as possible as we tiptoe the feet forward. Shaking out the head. And then release. Keep action and strengthen your legs. Maybe crisscross at the elbows. Just take some time to open it up. Draw the energy up from the center of the earth through the feet. We can feel this spiral of energy drawing around, wrapping around and through. Shaking out the head. And we'll inhale to a half lift, a long spine. Exhale, fold, release. Breathing in a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, coming up halfway. Let's go ahead and bend the knees a little bit. Now, hug the legs isometrically in towards each other so you can feel all the muscles in the posterior chain engage. Bring your hands to your hips, press them down and back. Elbows hug in together. From your legs, from the center of the earth, inhale and draw the torso up. Exhale, arms by the side, breathe. Anytime throughout the movement sequence, if you want to bring your hands into Yanana Mudra, connect to your pulse, connect to your truth. Look down at your feet, lift up all 10 toes. Feel the four corners of your feet rooting you solid into the earth. That spiral I mentioned is still happening here. We can feel the inner thighs rotated. Little scoop of the pelvis, the tailbone tones the low belly. Draw the shoulders up and back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Look up. Exhale, pressing through, palms press down through the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, long spine. We'll bend the knees now and step the right leg back. Let's release the right knee and just take a moment to swing the hips back, flex through that front foot. I'm definitely messing up the lefts and rights tonight, guys, sorry. Right leg's back, we're gonna keep that right leg back. Internal, external rotation in that front leg. Bring the toes down, and we're gonna go ahead, extend through that right leg, toes down. So we're gonna open up through the top of the foot here. Receive your breath, dragging the right foot forward, and maybe a little bit more of a stretch on the top of that right foot as you bend into the left knee. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, right foot forward, shake out the head. Breathing in, a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, release. Strong legs, root you in, bend the knees. Exhale, we'll step the left leg back, release the left knee. Always keeping tone in the low belly. We'll shift the hips back, flex through that front right leg, fan the toes, and a little internal, external rotation here. Opening up the hip capsule, really reaching the head of the femur bone high in towards the socket. Returning the right foot to earth, flipping the left toes down, lifting the left knee. And we can keep our fingers there for protection. This is another opportunity to really reach that right femoral head into its socket. Inhale, dragging the left foot forward, and exhale, maybe opening up the top of that left foot by bending into the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, swing the left foot forward, fold. Inhale, half lift. Long spine, fold on the exhale. Inhale, half lift. Now this time we'll keep legs straight, hands to the hips, shoulders up and back. Hug the legs isometrically toward the midline to draw the heart up. Big breath in. And exhale, press hands down to Anjali Mudra. Connect to your pulse. Connect to the sensation that you just created. Receive your breath. And exhale, palms down by the side. Connect into the heart space. Inhale, both arms reaching up. Now let's interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up towards the sky. Receive your breath, lengthen, and on the exhale, we'll shift the hips up and over to the left, body up and over to the right. Tone through the low belly, draw it up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, connect into the back of your heart. Float the arms up, interlace fingers. Turn them up, melt the shoulders away from the ears. Receive your breath, exhale, hips over, body up and over to the right, hips over to the left. So here as well, there's a little scoop in the pelvis. It keeps the low belly engaged. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, float the palms down and breathe. Samastiti, the palms can be by the side. We can breathe through the center of the palms. We can come into Yanana Mudra here or Anjali Mudra, whatever brings you back to you. You are infinitely powerful. You have the choice to create. Return to your intention. One more breath here. Inhale, sweep the arms high. And exhale, strong legs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, we'll bend the knees, and let's go ahead and step that left leg back. Now pause for a moment and start to draw the right femoral head back in towards the hip and the left foot forward isometrically towards the front of the mat. So we feel the squaring action happen in the hips. That's the femoral head shifting back. So from there, super solid, strong legs. Unfurl the spine and just find some ease and some grace, some mobility in the upper body. What would feel really good to you right now? So keep this ease. We'll shift the shoulders back through neutral. And then go ahead and just start to lift the right toes up off of the mat. We're going to work with our stabilizers here, just having a little bit of fun. Receive your breath. Keep the hip back into its socket. And exhale, fold, drag that left foot forward. Inhale, half lift, your long spine. Exhale, fold, release. Breathing in, half lift, long spine. We'll bend the knees and step the right leg back. Square off the hips, tone through the low belly, sweep the body up. Now, how light and easy can we be in the torso while we're rooted solidly into our legs? When you're feeling good, you feel pretty expressive and you want to, go ahead and float those left toes up. Now keep the drawing action. Left heel drags back, right foot draws forward. And maybe we kind of lose our balance, right? What's life if you don't lose your balance? We can catch ourselves, right? One more breath here. Ooh, and let it go. Dragging the right foot forward. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Breath in, strong legs, root to the earth, rise your heart, open up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, maybe inviting a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, fold, release. Half lift, bend the knees, let's step back one at a time, plank. So find this grip in the floor here, right? You're really clawing through the floor. And check your shape by reaching back into downward facing dog. So we rock and roll forward between down dog and plank. And the space between the hands, the distance between the hands and the feet doesn't change. One more breath here. And we'll rock and roll forward into plank. Bend the knees, exhale, chest down, chin down. Receive your breath. Exhale, hips down. Wiggle it out. So create a long tail from the xiphoid process all the way down to the tops of the toes. Fan your toes wide. Open up the arms like goalposts. Retract the shoulder heads. Engage through the low belly. And on a breath in, pull your heart forward. Stay solid, stay rooted if you want to shift side to side. Wonderful if you don't. Also wonderful. Just opening up into the body, into the ribs. Any opening, what feels good. If you want to stick out your tongue. Roll up the eyes into the skull. One big breath and lower. We'll draw the palms underneath the ribs. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Pull your heart forward. So much power in the back. Relax the glutes as much as possible. Exhale, release. Tone the belly. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Receive your breath. Let's float the left leg up. Heel to hip, knee to nose. Rock and step the weight forward. So find that connection, drawing the left femoral head back, pivot through that right heel. Continue to draw the feet isometrically in toward the midline. We'll breathe in and sweep the body up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. I want to keep that connection of the femoral head back and in. Draw the right foot forward, hugging in towards the midline. Reaching forward, exhale, reverse warrior. Breathing in, exhale, side angle. Again, we're just going to find some unique expression here. Enjoy the process. Last one. And big full breath in, extend the left leg, turn the left toes in, hands to hips. So I'm facing away from the camera for a reason, because I want you to be able, We're really going to start to reach those femoral heads back and in. We're fanning open through the pelvis. Okay? It's going to be important. Go ahead, look down, turn your right toes out, reconnect, draw that femoral head back, and exhale, bend into that right knee. Feel the glute engage. It engages to help draw this bone back into its socket. Looking back, outer edge of that left foot parallel to the mat, if you have one. Go ahead, float the arms up, and we just find a little dance. What serves one may not serve the other. And only you know what feels best for you. It may look different than even the first side. One more breath here. Receive your breath. Inhale, the right leg extends. Exhale, turn the toes in. So draw the feet in just a touch so you feel solid and rooted. So in a wide angle shape, a lot of times the legs, they just stop working. So I invite you right now to keep them active, keep them engaged. They're hugging in towards the midline, and we can still feel the spiraling action of the muscles connecting through. Now keeping that, I'm going to offer a little tilt into the pelvis, bend into the knees, keep them reaching out toward the outer corners. Keep finding that connection, glutes engaged to draw the femoral heads back, and we forward fold. Shake out the head. Any movement you'd like to bring into your rib cage? Anything at all? Just taking the time to ensure that your legs are solid, you are supported, you are supporting yourself. Supported by everything around you. And most importantly, supporting yourself. So we can start to find a little spanda, a little vibration as we pulse into the knees. Continue to draw. I'm going to hammer it in there, right? Draw the femoral heads back. So we keep that connection. Keep the knees a little bit bent and just start to shift the weight into the left leg. Feel it out. Keep drawing that femoral head back. Softly we'll shift back to the other side, right leg. Take some time, curl that femoral head back, and then we shift. The opposite extended leg stays very solid. The glutes stay very solid. Maybe we extend through that leg, and we just shift side to side. Feel yourself pull your body over to the sides. Core is engaged. For 3, go as fast or as slow as you want. What feels good? For 2, long counts. For 1, and we'll land softly into our forward fold. Keep the legs engaged. Arms can come forward to create traction in the ribs and the neck. If you're wanting to bring the forearms down, wonderful. We can find a little bit of spanda here, a little bit of vibration here as well. Maybe floating up off of the heels. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming back through center. Anytime you have a yawn, trust it. Let it out. Any noise, anything. Let your body release this tension that we finally were able to move through the body. Extend through the legs. Hug the femoral heads back into their sockets. Little bend in the knees rather. And we'll draw up. It'll feel really good now to reunite with the legs. Breathe. Open up the palms. Remember who you are. Remember your truth. One more breath here. Receiving your breath, let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe offer a back bend. And exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Breathing in a long spine, we'll bend the knees. It's your choice. How do you want to bring your feet back? To plank. Receive your breath. Exhale, lower and hover, Chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, press back up, plank. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in, exhale, hover. Inhale, exhale, press it back up. Last breath out. And let's bring the knees down. Release the hips, child's pose. 2 breaths here. One more breath. Extend your arms, please, and go ahead and find all 10 fingertips plugging down into the earth so you can feel the shoulder heads retract already. And pull the chest forward so we keep the shoulder girdle intact. Release the palms down, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. If you can hover here, go ahead, inhale to upward facing dog. Low belly's toned, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, exhale, heel to hip, knee to nose, and rock the weight forward. We'll go ahead and step the right foot forward, pivot through the left foot, and windmill, both arms up, warrior 2. Step into your power fully. Create your experience fully. Draw the head of the femur bone back and shift through our Skandasana. Inhale, shift through, flexing out through that left foot, and shift back. Continue to firm the legs in towards the midline, finding ease and expression. So we're creating strength and mobility, strength and flexibility for 3, 2, and 1. Shifting over to that left leg, bend the left knee, open up through the toes, windmill open, warrior 2. We're reaching this right thigh away, internal rotation away from the floor. Any movement that feels good. And exhale, windmill down and around. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, release. Press it back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Connect to your power. Connect to your truth. 1 more breath. Looking forward into the hands. We'll bend into the knees, lift up the heels, tone through the low belly. Big breath in, we reach up and float the feet down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, release. Breathing in strong legs, we root down to rise up. And exhale, hands to your choice. Samastiti, Yanana Mudra, and Jali Mudra. What brings you back to center? What choice brings you back to you? Your path, your truth. 1 more breath here. And we'll inhale to sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Fold. Inhale, and we'll exhale through a vinyasa. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. Shake out the head. We'll inhale, rock the body forward into plank. Go ahead and bring this right hand into the midline and roll over to the outside of that right foot. Take a moment, retract the head of the arm bone back. So we're really creating some length here. We're pressing into the earth so much with that right hand that this left leg might rise up off of the floor. If it doesn't, no worries, don't worry about it, right? It can stay right there as a kickstand. If it's up and we want to explore, we can bring that left heel, insole, instep to the inside of that right leg. Right thigh continues to reach up towards the sky. It's internally rotating, but resisting the earth. And we'll inhale back through. Left arm down, right arm down. Release the knees. And find a little child's pose. Breathe deeply into the space where your kidneys are. 2 more breaths. Once again, take some time, extend your arms out long. Press into the earth with all 10 fingers like claws. Pull up and open. And release the palms down. Inhale, extend it back through plank. We'll bring the left hand into the midline, pivot out to the outside of the left foot. And we just start to connect into that shoulder socket. Opening up through. Right leg can stay in front. Or we may find that we're pressing so deeply into the floor that that right leg is going to come up really high. We can explore with some tree options. And it's all just time for play. And we're just playing, just exploring, seeing what works for us. The beauty is that we can always change our minds. Opening up for 3, 2, and last one, take some time, release that top leg. Right arm down, both knees down. And Balasana, another child's pose. Deep, full belly breaths. Be gentle with yourself, kind to yourself right now. Tell yourself something you really like about yourself right now. One more breath here. Take your time, set up the foundation to extend the arms once again. Draw the muscles back into the base of the heart. Palms pressed down. Plank, down dog. 2 breaths. Shake out the head. Receive your breath. Look forward, bend the knees. Inhale, float the feet forward. Take as many little hops as you want. And exhale, release, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, root down to rise up. Arms float up. Exhale, hands wherever you'd like them. Wherever serves you. Release the arms by the side. We'll go ahead, we'll bring the hands to the hips here and take a medium stance rather. So wide stance, the wrists are directly above the ankles, heels. Medium, just a little bit less wide than that. Hands to hips. I'm going to turn this right leg in, roll through the hips forward towards the left foot, And pivot through that left heel. Square off the hips. Firm the legs in toward the midline. Tone the low belly. We'll bring the arms up. And exhale, turn the thumbs down. Interlace the fingers. Draw the heads of the arm bones back. Keep a little bend in the elbows. And we'll exhale just long over that left leg. Continue to firm the low belly. Draw the legs in toward the midline. Really press through that right outer heel to help ground you that back leg. Continue to draw the shoulder heads away from the ears. Inhale, root down from that back right leg to draw up. Let's release the arms. And turn the left toes forward. Right toes forward. Shake it out. Left toes turn in. We'll pivot out through the hips, pivot through the right toes. Pause for a moment, both thighs internally rotating. We're isometrically pulling left foot forward, right foot back. And we're breathing in, arms up. Turn the thumbs down, interlace them. Maybe bring a new thumb on top. Exhale, draw it down. So we keep the sacrum parallel-ish, as close as possible to the floor. Shaking out with the head. 2 more breaths here. Rooting into that back left heel. And we'll breathe in, draw the body up, release the arms, turn the feet forward, breathe. Let's open out the toes, draw the heels in. They can isometrically hug in towards each other. And on a breath out, we find a little goddess squat. If you want to widen your stance, it's wonderful. Just take some time here. So a little scoop of the pelvis. And we want to ensure that the knees stay reaching out for the outer corner edges. If you bring your hands to the outsides of the knees, push your knees into your palms here. It's fun. Are we having fun? I hope so. On the exhale, let's bring that left arm down, or right arm, whatever, and exhale. Nice big body stretch. Feels good. So how powerful can we stay in the legs? Pull the upper body. Find some ease and grace. Last breath here. Anything you want to do. Yoga like no one's watching. It's your path. Big breath in. Extend the legs. Look up. And exhale. Release. Okay. So a few more things that we're going to do. We're going to get a little bit wild, a little bit frisky in here. I'm just looking around. So this whole idea of keeping the body really loose and just ready is what we're going to explore right now. So we're going to keep the arms super soft. Legs are quite solid, and we're going to keep continuing to pull the femoral heads back. You want your glutes engaged here. Receive your breath. And on the exhale, the hands land, and you float the feet up. Don't even think about it. We're just going to keep going for about 5 more seconds. Last 2. And last one. And let it go. It's over. Go ahead. Open up. Stand tall in your power. Whatever that just looked like, it was yours. It was unique. It was absolutely valid. It was absolutely good enough. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Okay, so our hamstrings are really nice and opened up now. So what I'd love to do is actually go over to the wall. So if you're near a wall, please, with a mat or not, you'll draw your mat towards the floorboard on the floor. We're gonna do a little handstand prep, guys. You ready? Okay. So to start moving through, eventually coming into handstand, we'll come into all fours, taking the time to ensure that the distance is appropriate for our body. We press into the earth, and then we lift our knees up off the floor, so it feels like a pretty tiny downward facing dog. The heels are on the wall, the toes are on the floor. We're going to step the left foot about where we would consider our left hip to be. Press it into the floor, or into the wall rather, and then draw the right leg up to meet it. If you look back at your legs, you can see that they are a straight line, as if you were just doing this. Take some time, engage through the belly, and float the left leg up towards the ceiling. Turn the left foot to meet the right. From the low belly, inhale the right leg, toes up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing the energy out through that inner right heel. Inhale back through center. We'll try that one more time, all working together. So we want to start to shift the shoulders beyond the fingertips. Keep action in that top leg. And maybe start to float the opposite leg forward to meet it. Tone through the low belly, keep pressing the heels of the palms into the earth, into the floor. We'll try this one more time. And let's bring the feet down and relax Shavasana. Take your time, gently draw the shoulders back on top of the hips. Give yourself a high five. Awesome work. We're going to open up our wrists a little bit. So if you'd like to stay in hero's pose with the tops of the feet to the floor, if you want to come into toe crunch, just honoring where you are. We'll do a little Popeye action. Go ahead and extend the arms out. Hug into the back of the heart. Little fist. Curl the fingers, knuckles in towards the wrist, and then the knuckles, fingers in toward the tops of the arms, the heads of the arms. Keep that extension in the wrist, open it up, hug it in. One more time, open it up, hug it in, and let out a nice big hallelujah. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to extend the mat out once again. Get it long. And come through, flipping the toes, through plank, down dog. Shake out the head. Legs tone in towards each other. Bend into the knees, step, walk, float the feet all the way through. Legs all the way through. Find your sit bones. We'll keep our right leg extended, hug the left knee in, and then turn that left knee out to the side. Receive your breath, rise tall. And on the exhale, we'll slide this right arm to the inside of the right leg and spiral out through at left side. If you'd like to lift the left arm up, find that, open that. Continue to press both sit bones down into the earth, flexing through the right leg. Inhale to draw it up. We'll extend the left leg. Hug that right knee in. Open up the right knee. Continue to press the pinky edge of the right foot down into the floor. Open up, rise tall. Little twist off to the right. And then we'll exhale. That left arm actively presses to the inside of that left leg. And it can be anywhere. It can be the inside of the leg, above the knee, below the knee, maybe the foot. Anything you'd like to do, what helps you feel free? How do you support you? How do you honor you? And that right arm. And we'll breathe in, root into the right hip to rise it up. And a nice big ha. Okay. We'll go ahead and extend the legs. Now come into a semi-wide stance in the legs. Find your sit bones. This will be the last shape that we do tonight. Big full breath in and exhale. Little posterior tilt. Keep drawing the femoral heads back. And we forward fold. Three more breaths here. Again, we can keep pressing the pinky toes, the edges out, as if we could draw the pinkies to the outer heel. Glutes are firm. Last breath. And inhale to rise tall. And come back. Bend the knees a little bit. And just for one more time, maybe a little Navasana. Maybe you find the outsides of the feet. Maybe you find the big toes. And maybe you extend the legs out. Opening up through the heart. Finding your poise, finding your path, trusting your path. For 3, for 2. Last one. And let's release. Nice and slow. Let everything go, everything that came before. If there's anything that your body would like to do right now, anything at all, twist. Some kind of a modification of a bridge pose. If you do choose to take bridge pose, please take some time to get the spine back into a neutral position. By cupping the knees and isometrically pulling them away from the palms. We will settle into Shavasana. Take your time. Enjoy the unique ridges of your skull again if you'd like to rock side to side. In the skull, the swivel.